The Irish raids into Canada during the 19th century represent a fascinating chapter in both Irish and Canadian history, intertwining themes of nationalism, colonialism, and transatlantic conflict. Sparked by Irish grievances against British rule, the Fenian Brotherhood emerged in the US with a mission to challenge British authority through organised rebellion and armed resistance. This movement found fertile ground as hundreds of thousands of Irish migrants sought refuge in the United States, fleeing economic hardship, religious discrimination, and cultural suppression, exacerbated by the Irish famine caused by the British Empire. Many of these migrants were also veterans of the American Civil War. Founded in 1858, the Fenian Brotherhood aimed to harness this discontent and achieve Irish independence and self-determination. It viewed Canada, a British colony, as a strategic target for striking at British authority beyond Ireland's shores. In 1866, the Fenian Raids into Canada commenced, with a series of coordinated attacks along the border. The Fenians aimed to capture strategic points such as Fort Erie and St. Albans, hoping to use these territories as a bargaining chip in their struggle for Irish independence. One of the most notable engagements of the Fenian Raids was the Battle of Ridgeway. Fought on June 2, 1866, Fenian forces clashed with Canadian militia near the town of Ridgeway in Ontario. During the Battle of Ridgeway, approximately 850 Canadian militia clashed with around 700 Fenians. Initially, the Canadians seemed to gain the upper hand, pushing Fenian skirmishers back. However, for reasons that remain unknown, confusion spread among the Canadian ranks, and some started to retreat. Sensing an opportunity, Fenian leader O'Neill ordered a bayonet charge, routing the inexperienced Canadians and briefly capturing Ridgeway. But thanks to a rapid response by both Canadian and militia forces, the Fenians decided to withdraw back over to the United States, where they surrendered to authorities. The Fenian Raids had significant repercussions, both domestically and internationally. In Canada, the raids exposed vulnerabilities in the country's defences and prompted calls for reforms to bolster military preparedness. The Canadian government took steps to modernise its militia and fortify key border regions to prevent future incursions. It also helped bolster support for Confederacy, which occurred in 1867. Internationally, the Fenian Raids strained relations between the United States and Great Britain and Canada. The British government condemned the raids as acts of aggression and pressured the United States to crack down on Fenian activities within its borders. The United States, eager to avoid conflict with Britain, responded by arresting Fenian leaders and suppressing the movement on American soil. There were also raids in 1870 and 71, but they were not as organised and they didn't have the impact of the earlier 1866 raid. This is a brand new channel and I'm learning as I go. So please leave a comment on what you like and what you didn't like, and if you want to help the channel grow, please hit the subscribe button. See you next week.